All right, I'm going to keep the screen dark for that purpose. I don't feel I was going to span it out on the trees, but whatever. Say, and it's not going to sound elegant because it's just coming free flowing freely. People will misunderstand you every step of the way. I was thinking about, I don't know, what's the point of even like, I can just put a video here and it'll go to whoever it needs to go to. Not quite sure what I'll label it. I don't have a plan because I'm rambling. People will always purposely misunderstand you. And the thing is, there are people, and you're going to be watching this video, you're listening. How do I know? I'm intuitive. That doesn't make me a fraud. Because there's a difference. If you were to take energy and frequency seriously, if you were to understand energy, you cannot lie and be dishonest. It will affect you on many levels. There's many different things to understand. You don't have to believe. But if you're listening to this, and especially the video is black, you're listening to it for a reason. Because I don't feel like putting my face on here because then that's going to be taken the wrong way too. Not everything you see is as is. It's from what you know and what you believe. Yes, you need common sense and logic in the world. Intuition is very important. It is real. Because when I say things all the time, anything I say, people will misunderstand. But I do need to keep learning other people's perspectives. But if you're listening to this, just know what you are looking at and what you are seeing, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is and what you think. It could hold a different meaning. And there are people with intuitive abilities. I can't say, I don't know everything. I would assume everyone has a level of intuition for different reasons. People can open whatever. It's real. And what I am feeling, it's not like, oh, she's so sensitive, she's going to say something and cry about it. No, I'm used to a lot of bullying, and people will take that as something else. It's important to be kind to others because it's very difficult. Anything you say if a person has 15, 12 things to say, you can't learn anything. If you don't want to learn, don't be here. It's fine. But when you mislabel someone, then you will shut that person down from even wanting to teach, to give what they know. This has to do with frequency, consciousness, vibration. These things are real. You can feel it, just like emotions and music. If you learn to measure everything by frequency and vibration, your life is going to get that much better. Food, places, music, people, anything you can name, everything carries a certain vibration. Don't let people con you, because there will be people who, and this is the thing I didn't want to go into. Because coming from something that is so traditional and set, coming to this now, people will label so many things, and now it's going to be labeled as a fraud. When in reality, no, you're not trying to deceive anyone. You do have, I would say, little abilities. I'm not trying to claim, but it is what it is. It's real. People are like, oh, you're no, hustler. What the? I can't even think clearly because there's like literally like 15, 16 different things I have to say and points I have to make, but it's no, not. And then if you are still listening to this at this length and I'm still rambling, I need to have some kind of notes to like make more sense. Because this is not, I'm going to have to listen to this. I don't think I'm going to post this. No, not it. Every single thing. Don't believe every single thing that people say about others. You might not have any idea who that person is, what they've done, who they've helped, anything. You might not know anything about this person. And you don't know how many people, literally, and if I use the word thousands, right, it's going to sound like something it's not. No, if you go through childhood, school, workplaces, it accumulates. I'm just going to stop this video here. I should have made like I said, I had eloquent things to say. This is when you run off of like just emotion, you're gonna sound a little crazy. Don't judge someone. Someone can work very hard. You don't know what happened. Nothing. It isn't necessarily their fault. People need to rest. When you keep burning yourself out, and there's things we know, but then some people have to learn it on a different level. It's like when you say something is hot, don't touch it, and the person still has to touch it. Take care of yourself on every level. It material things, it's whatever. To burn out and have your health decline, you know, protection is important on spiritual levels, on many different levels. We can always judge a person, how they look, what they do. People will come off differently in given different situations or online. No, try, because I know things on deeper levels. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all or anything like that, because that's so much I have to learn and relearn. I know things on a deeper level. I try to understand people from their heart space versus their outside shell. When I speak, people are not going to believe me. Some people are. There's different abilities, different senses. You can be born, it can come about different reasons, whatever. But it is like a muscle that you have to work. And it is there for a reason. People have an intuition for a reason. The other side, it is very real. I know things in many ways. I try to read people from energy and heart spaces before I look at the external. Because no matter how good of a person you think you are or whatever, you're still going to have somewhere in you, you're still going to have some kind of judgment about this person. It's natural human nature. But what I'm trying to do, before I even see these people, and what I've been trying to do, I'm trying to sense by energy. But honestly, I'm not like advanced. It's too confusing. There are people, and I know it in many ways, and I can learn more details, but it gets too muddled, it gets too confusing. Because after a point, I don't know who's who. And say if I see a slight thing of a face, it's not, listen, not everybody is lying. Yes, there are a lot of people who are going to lie to you. I would know, not that I lie to people, it's I've been lied to. It's the best thing, how to tell the difference. You have to use your intuition and your heart. It might sound silly, might sound stupid, but say if you get into different spiritual practices, there are things, they are very real. It's like what, over 9 minutes. If you're still listening to this, you're listening to this for a reason. Or maybe to make fun of me, but I don't really care. You're the one who's wasting your life listening to this in 9 minutes for nothing. Our body is like an instrument, like a flute. And every time I speak something, every time I say something, they're going to turn it into something dirty. Okay, so if people do this, then I don't feel comfortable to give my opinions or knowledge or anything. Not that I know everything, but there's some things I know. You make me that uncomfortable and you make everything into something dirty when that's not what it is. It's what you're seeing. So I'm not even comfortable to be on camera. Because it doesn't matter if they say good things or bad things, it's going to be a whole bunch of junk. And I'm good not to care, but it is on a different level. And I know for a fact there are people who know me who's going to be listening to this whole thing. Just rambling on. I don't know if I'm going to post this. It's a lot of thoughts. And there's a lot of information people need. If you're going to go into a spiritual practice, spiritual business, any kind of realm of spirituality, you're going to also need things to back you up. People are not going to take you as seriously. And it's a shame because I know people who are, let's use the word genuine, and they don't have fancy anything. So people are going to label them. Imagine if you were to understand people from a level that was not physical at all. It's different. You don't even know if they're male or female. I mean, after certain points, different clues will give things away if you read it by energy. No, it doesn't mean I'm haunted. I work with God. Spirit, universe, names are interchangeable. That's not voodoo or witchcraft. People need to learn what is what in different definitions. Don't just, and you make a joke like, oh, and that's another thing. I can't make it. I have Fullage. I can't make jokes. And they're usually not ever dirty in nature. You'd really have to push me. And all these people push it, I ignore. And all these articles and things I read, and I have to stay away from the news. Why is it so difficult to treat people with kindness? You don't know. And then people, every time I post something, I say something, they're going to think it's directly about me. No, I also feel for the world. Like, things are real. Not everyone is lying about everything. And there are people, and I can see them, and they're like struggling, and nobody believes them. And they're not even as lucky. They might even have like a home. People with intuitive abilities, it's real, and it's like it's oncoming. It's like a surge of emotion. Not to say like, how can I explain? Not to say, oh, everyone works differently. Not to say this person's overly sensitive or even sensitive. Because everyone goes through different points. Just like your body would be a flute, there's different things to know. On different levels. What you think, what you eat, everything. Different levels. And when you can align these different energies, you emit a certain energy. And it's like a magnet. That's how you draw certain frequencies to you. You're a vibrational match. And see, when I post things about, like, let's say if it's nude or vulnerability, that has to do with spiritual awakening. Because if you are looking for any of those things, that's not a problem. You do whatever you need to do. You go elsewhere, or if you're viewing whatever I'm doing, I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Not that. No. But I can understand a different person's perspective, yes. But if you're still listening to this at almost 14 minutes, everything I do, it has no, how can I explain this? It has no dirtiness to it. Maybe people will put that on it, either just to torment me or whatever. That's what they see. No, it has to do with spirituality and learning. It is not one set religion. It is literally about following your intuition, letting it guide you, and learning different things. It might sound vague, it might sound stupid, but it's not. Not everyone is like, I need to make notes because I sound ridiculous and silly, going on and on and on and on. I'm not that stupid. I can pick up on things. Not a lot of things, all the things. I had made a mistake because I thought one thing was one thing. And then I started to see more and I was like, oh crap, they're going to think this now. But no. And if you're listening to this That the pendulums, those are pendulums. They're not anything else. And I don't, not that necessarily I use it. It's more for decor. And people are gonna take witchy things, quote unquote, that you're doing this. It's more of decor. You don't know a person. Okay? What you see is not what is. I get tired of it. It's a lot of people. It's a lot. It's a lot. One person to endure. That's what I feel for people. Not everybody's lying about everything. Those are pendulums. I don't know what people think, and it gets to be really disgusting. Because what I see versus what other people see, it's really annoying. But I need to exist as my life. I'm not going to post this. Those pendulums, one has like a little Pisces fist, one has a star. Those are my freaking pendulums that I've had near my pillow for like the past 3 years since I bought them. Okay? Because it is very annoying to go through life and constantly, I'm about this, and people flip and turn it to something else. And it is purposely to torment me. I can understand how someone can make a mistake, whatever. But it is to a level where it is being done purposely. Because you know the type of person I am, or at least many of the people who are doing this. And you're doing it to be vindictive and spiteful. Because if I say something like bullying, they're going to think, it's on the job. They're going to think different things. It's so ridiculous. So then no one can have their opinion, no one can have their life. It doesn't. Let me tell you something. There's so many, just as many things that I don't know, there's so many things that you don't know. If you're here, stop judging people and stop judging. I'm getting tired. Everything has like everything. I could list like 55 different things when it was meant this way and it was taken that way. Okay, this is being done purposely. Be kind to people. You have no idea what their life has been like. I'm not speaking about me. I apply myself to learn about different people's lives, all ages, all races, incomes, backgrounds, everything you can think of. Because it's an interest of mine to learn life from different perspectives and views. Respect people.